What's up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Battle Brothers. And we're picking up just a little bit after where we left off last time. I think I mentioned in the last episode that I would go ahead and take on the small group that we ran across in the desert, take them on myself and crush them. I did. It was not a difficult fight. We took barely any damage whatsoever. And for our trouble, we got almost nothing. A couple helmets, I think. Got some levels, though. That was really the big prize of the fight. So let's just go ahead and level up our bros together. I went ahead and renamed... God dang it. I wrote down a bunch of other names that I changed, but I didn't write this one. But this one's going to be Ozpin. Returning character from an older Battle Brothers series. Happy to have him. He's going to be our thief. I can't remember what the name was before. But anyway, here we go. Happy to have you on the roster again, Ozpin. And you were going to be... You have the potential to be a good hybrid character. If nothing else, a good, like, throwing bro. Not going to pass a 4 in fatigue, and I'm also not going to pass this natural 4 in resolve to try and get you to a good spot. The 4 in hit points is also quite nice. The 3 in range skill versus the 4 in hit points. I think we err on the side of damage, and we take that. It's not relevant yet, but it will be. Either he'll use throwing weapons, which I'm cool with, like javelins or something, or he'll be another bro with like a crossbow. Just another guy in the back line. Ooh, Gisbert needs to be back here. I moved some guys around, but it wasn't exactly the best shuffling. Something like this. This guy is definitely a hybrid. I need to very quickly re-familiarize myself with what's going on here. Our Hamian looking real old. Did we have someone in the back line, aside from our Hamian in this run, that had excellent resolve? Because we could always pass on the standard to someone else as a weapon. But anyway, this is a little too much. I'm deep diving and I haven't really established what the heck is going on yet. Let's go ahead and grab student here for Dietrich. Dietrich once again, yet another bro who's stretching the points pretty thin here. I think we just go 3-4. Make that bill hook very effective while he has it. But eventually he'll probably once again have crossbow as well. It seems to be our lot. Let's go ahead and grab Brawny there. Happy to see a 4 there in range skill. I'll take the 4 in fatigue. And this guy could use a little bit of additional HP, but that's not a good roll considering he has a star in it. So I'm going to pass. I'll pass on it for now. I'm either looking at this 3 in resolve because we got to get him up past 35 resolve. That's just absolute trash. And he's not using melee weapons yet, although he really should have something. We're just short on gear. But even still, he should have something in his inventory. Probably just a spear to switch to. Do I have backliners who just don't have weapons? No, we're good. We're good. Okay. Let's head home. We need a lot more tools. Food is okay for now. I discovered this location, but it's got a bandit leader, a bunch of outlaws, cutthroats, and I think even archers. That's not a fight we can afford to take quite yet. We've got 12 men on the field, but they're using a bad mishmash of armor and stuff. Armor and weaponry that just doesn't work well. We're not at our highest combat effectiveness yet, not even close. And I was wondering if these footprints were something we could interact with, but they're headed right toward the city, which makes you think they were like from the city. But let's turn in here. We might even be able to do some arena battles. They no longer have ambush trade routes, which does suck if we were planning on selling our stuff. We are good for an arena fight. So let's see. They'll have more stuff for us to buy, but our prices to sell won't be as good. And the prices here to sell are still fine. So sell we shall. I don't think I need to keep those. Alright, and that's a healthy amount. Could really use some armor. Even a beat up Southern Mail shirt like this could go a long way. I see the Warfork also at a bit of a discount. Kind of hoping for a maybe a bill hook or something. Tempted to just go ahead and pull the trigger on an early, like, Coddle Dagger. But I don't like the Coddle Dagger as much as I like the Rondel. They do different things. They have different roles. We can talk about that later if we ever get a chance to choose between them. Let's also sell the Saif in one of these helmets. Okay. With that, I think we're good to go. I'm not really... I don't know. I'm not really in the market for any more hires here. I would take a Gladiator if I could afford one, but probably can't. Let's see what they want us to fight in the arena. Another 2 Gladiators? Alright. Well, they're screwing me. They're killing me, Smalls, in terms of that. Because we definitely can't fight those guys. So, we have the option here. Hellenberg is not going to do deals with us. Neither is Kranichfest. They're both massive cities, and we don't have the reputation that we need to have with those cities in order to do stuff with them. We need to kind of get... I like this city. The city is perfect for doing stuff and things, but we need to get out of here. Stuff and things, if you guys ever watch Slipgator on YouTube. Definitely took that from him. I've been watching him for years, Slipgator. Awesome dude. I used to watch his Ark Let's Plays and a bunch of other stuff, Minecraft and things. Back in the day, when I was going through a lot of medical stuff, that was a big part of my day, was just feeling bad and watching him and laughing. But stuff and things. If you've never seen his like compilation videos of him doing, it's just funny. I don't know. Probably weird to talk about other YouTubers while I'm making this video, but he was a dude who brought me a lot of joy for a long time. Which I think ultimately is kind of the goal of YouTube, for real. This place has the stuff, man. 2 basic male shirts, tons of padded leather. They've got some discount helmets. I see a slightly cheaper military cleaver. I'm sort of interested in that. The pike is interesting to me, as is the crossbow. Let's check everything out while we're here. God. Fencing sword. I love noble swords. Warhammers are sick. Warbrand. Check out the armor. Marketplace always gives you such a nice discount. So, I think if I was to make a hierarchy of needs here, a big need would be that crossbow. Gisbert, I think, is going to carry that for now. So we're going to spend some cash here. I would love to get a ton of war dogs, but that's just probably not going to happen. We could go cheap and go for the busted padded leather instead of the basic male shirt. But I will say this, we also have to buy tools. That's a non-negotiable, so that's going to change our calculus just a bit here. The flat top helmet, it would be a fine purchase. $825. Alright, let's grab the crossbow that I know I need. And we'll grab one of these quivers of bolts. We'll give that here to Dietrich. Rocking 54 range skill, that makes him somewhat qualified to shoot. Even Arathorn would do better probably with a crossbow. It's nice to have archers because they have the highest range. We're missing out on one range essentially by only having crossbowmen, which in some fights makes the difference between whether or not the AI decides to engage against you or not, which is a big deal. You're fighting goblins, it's nice to have the range advantage. Looking at our armor, we're still wearing lots of crappy armor. But without a contract, I don't think I can really afford. I'm going to sell the Scrammus Axe. And I'll sell the shield here. I can't afford to get both of these. I can get this. And this. I could look to grab the pike maybe. Man, this place just has the stuff. We're going to grab one basic mail. I need it. And someone in the front line is going to get that. Because it's better than the stuff that's being worn. This is a 110, correct? And this is a 1... Oh, these are all 110s. Okay, that's good. The 150 that needs to be repaired. You, sir, will take that. It's a 105. That's not bad. It's a little heavier than I thought it was. Does that restrict vision? It does. That helmet is not a must purchase. We can hold off on that helmet. Does everyone here have a hand weapon? They do not. Can do something like that in the meantime. Not buying another piece kind of frees me up to buy the pike if I want. But I think that's getting greedy. I think instead I should just buy another set of tools. And now I've got 4 days. 4 days of marching. That was us not being greedy. And off we go. Really, man. There'll be a time where we come back to Hellenberg and we just clean them out in dogs. We just buy all the dogs they have for sale. And we'll be super happy to do it. I see these fights and I get excited. I'm wishing they had some dudes that would jump me here. Help me pay for my travels. Either way, we're healing, we're repairing. Okay, 9 nomads. And it's the exact type of fight we want to see. Who was the most beat up? I think Galdrick Bisbing here. But even his non-permanent injuries are gone, and his armor's almost fully repaired. Good for him. We just have this one injury here, cut leg muscles on Gisbert. This is perfect. This is the perfect fight for us as we travel. Could have used more of them, honestly. So remember we have the fortification buff / debuff. We're going to pass with all of our ranged, of which we have kind of a formidable number of ranged units now. Until the AI jumps in, and then we start taking these shots. Beautiful. Tier 2 crossbows are going to do work versus these guys, assuming we hit. Everyone else is going to pass. Ozpin and Randolph here, I probably should have double shield walled. That's perhaps a bit of a mistake. I'm just going to shield wall him. Because there's a good chance they're overloading this flank completely. Pass. Pass. 38, 42. We take the 42s. Let's say with a couple hits, we might be able to kill this guy. Alright, shield wall going to do some work for us. Just like we wrote it up. That miss sucked. Gisbert's decently armored, and that billhook is definitely a nomad killer. You guys are going to move in. You're going to take those dudes on. We'll see if the slinger tries to stay. Wow, what a lucky shot. Okay. And if you want to do that, we'll just send one guy in. Step in here. Step in here. A kill there would be great. Gonna need... That guy has quick hands, but we're gonna need quick hands on more dudes. We're gonna go for the less likely shot that gives us the best benefit. And we lucked out on a 41%. If we get out of this fight only having taken like one hit, no big deal. It sucks. I don't even remember who it was. Somebody took a rock to the face. Oh, it was Winrick. See what they do here. Okay. That's fine. Let's see if I get cleavered. I did not. I'm gonna try to put a shot on him even though he's got his shield. An injury or a break there means we don't take any hits. Later, nerd. And everybody thinks they're tough until they take a sword to the face. And we're just going to get in on this around here. Nice. Even nicer. Winrick, you just get your spear out, good sir. Now I've got the 3-man surround there. So clearly the fight is over, right? But are we done? Yeah, okay. There we go. The fight's over, but I still want what's mine. All the loot, all the experience. We'll pass here, no reason to waste ammo. And for our trouble, not much. Maybe 300 gold worth of value, and I didn't even see. Did anyone level? Okay, we got some levels. That's good. That's value. Easy brawny. This guy's got some crazy stars, right? 4 in fatigue is always hard to pass. I may ignore his resolve stat just because we already have 2 sergeant characters. And I don't think in this particular run we need 3. We might need more. I saw someone in the comment section talking about how... I think it was Brian. I thought I saw Brian in the comment section talking about how in his Anatomist Let's Play he felt the need to have... Or was it Brian and Mr. Bluebell? I think I was reading 2 guys having a conversation and I thought it was interesting that they were talking about the negatives versus the positives for the Anatomist run. And how the Anatomist run... The big negative is that your brothers can never be in confident morale during a fight, which makes them very easy to break in certain situations. And that one of the ways you can try to combat that is by having more than... I like to play with 2 sources of rally. Some people play with 1, but in the Anatomist run, you may need 3 or more. It might just be one of the, the big things that you just have to deal with in your campaign. So, I thought that was kind of an interesting conversation. Because it really does change the entire way you play. It changes the way you build all of your characters. It's a big deal. So here, guys, we go Battle Forged before we go for Berserk. Survivability before killability. It's kind of my way of looking at it. I wish we could get some more Adorned armor. So if you're not familiar with what Battle Forged does, it's one of the best perks you can get in the game, especially for heavily armored bros. All perks have their place. But on a heavily armored bro, Battleforge is essential. And you'll see later in the game when we fight against enemies that have Battleforge, you'll be like, wait, aren't these guys dying? And it's because of this. Specialize in heavy armor. Armor damage taken is reduced by a percentage equal to 5% of the current total armor value of both body and head armor. The heavier your armor and helmet, the more you benefit. So when our guys are rocking 300 head armor and 360 body armor, the math goes crazy. It takes normal, especially non-armor weapon... Oh my god, my brain. Except for certain weapons that are like hammers or stuff that's designed to break armor, it takes forever for normal weaponry like swords, for instance, spears, stuff like that, to get through armor. And it's just huge. It's huge. And Munoon already has decent enough armor to make that a very excellent pickup for us. Very excellent. That's very extra redundant. So for these rolls here, I'm not loving the HP. I'm not loving the resolve. Could grab a 4 here and just also use him with like some throwing weapons. I'm also tempted to grab a little extra range defense for him. His range defense is quite low. But, man, I love the idea of getting our frontliners to all throw things. We just don't have any throwing weapons yet. I'm just going to grab the range defense. We need it. Who has the worst? It's the one-eyed guy, right? Yeah, it's got to be. His throwing abilities are not good. Gisbert here. Loving the 4 there. Happy with the 4 in ranged. And... I think we just take the 3 in melee skill. I wouldn't blame you for taking any combination of stuff there. There were a lot of options. Let's continue on the road to Al-Hazred, hoping that they have contracts for us. Contracts that we can do. Contracts that make sense for us. Okay, I mean... I can make this problem disappear. By doing this, I'm going to get rid of Okay, we need to go north. Debris of ancient times. Okay, this sounds like ancient dead to me. But we're going to get rid of their ambush trade routes, which means when we go to sell stuff, it's going to be not as good. But I also don't want to hang out here and do nothing. So we've already discovered this place. I think, didn't we already pop into here once? We might be better equipped now than we were before in such a way that allows us to take this fight for real. The problem is, if they are ancient dead, all of our crossbow shenanigans mean nothing. In which case... I was going to say there may be some changes to do. Could give some of our backline bros shields and bludgeons instead of the crossbows. But I don't want to make them too heavy. Let's try it like this. And you know what? If we want, we've had this grenade in our hands. Who has quick hands? But look at perks here. So here he does. Might be able to use that grenade if we need to. Shredded tents, baskets unwoven, clothes rolling across the sands. In the middle of it all sits a man in a black cloak, his ghastly face peering from its hooded shade. You were both late and right on time, he says and gets to his feet. The tarps rustle, the baskets tilt, and the clothes jerk aside, the land rifling with liveliness. Suddenly the sand slips into cavernous channels, and inimical nomads empty from the earth, climbing out, some leaping forth as though to revivify themselves of fresh air, others tilting upward from heel to toe, bodies straight like flagpoles. They move unnervingly. Stilted and tilted, and the man in black grins behind their shambling formation. He is no ordinary blackguard, but a necromancer. Didn't see that coming. This is awesome. I do not know if I've ever seen this. Wiedergangers from the Southerners. I don't think I've ever seen this, but now all of a sudden our range stuff makes a lot more sense, and because they're undead and have no range, they should come to me. I would be a little shocked if they didn't. But they also have fortifications, but they can't really use them. But look at the weaponry in these dudes. I'm just kind of noticing. What the hell, man? Who gave you guys giant cleavers? Also keep in mind, of course, we still can't move on the first turn. Alright, he's soft. We should be able to kill him easily when he gets to the front lines, which is really just my goal. We faced undead together. You guys are aware, I think, of how much these guys can come back to life. So, okay, that's not the most dangerous dude he could have done that to, especially because we can take him down with just a little bit of crossbow shooting. But I'm not jumping in here. This is not a we jump in situation. This is a let them come in one by one, get their, few little attacks off, and we smash them. And then as we start pushing forward, they're strewn across the sands and they're very easily to isolate and kill. This isn't bad for us. This is good. That was bad for us. But other than that, everything looking good. Step in here. Get that kill. Yes, and the flags are raised. Our brothers are confident. For the company, baby. You cannot be allowed to live. I will not be smacked by such a weapon. Not if I can help it. We're doing well, doing well. Landing a hit here is great. He's gravely wounded. And then we go ahead and decapitate. Beautiful. That shocked the Necromancer. He's down here wavering, but that made it so that he can't bring this dude back. And all of a sudden, like, our top area here is secure and we can bring everyone in. Zahiri, we don't need to switch for you. I was expecting Ancient Dead. And because they're skeletons, ranged tools are not effective. Wouldn't be surprised if this guy gets brought back to life. Yeah. Hopefully we can kill him quickly. This guy as well. We don't... And another decapitation. And we got the weapon. I didn't see if we got the weapon here, but I see the bag on the ground. So that pretty much tells me we got it. Beautiful. We're going to have 3 of them. Whether we keep them and use them, you know, whatever. But even just to sell, that's exciting. Those are pretty expensive pieces. Your mom's a pretty expensive piece, hey? Don't say that. Okay. Hammer time, maybe next turn. But it's on a guy who's got the armor for it and now has Battle Forged. And yeah, as I talked about, I think even in the last episode, the Necromancer often has bodyguards, dudes that stay behind and try to protect him. But I think we can hit him over the fence with the pole arm. So let's try to do that. I don't think they'll jump out to meet me. I could be wrong, though. I love it when the AI spreads the damage out. That's great for us. Alright, let's see if he does a big round swing, but we might be able to kill him first. We landed both hits, but we didn't get the kill. Feels bad, man. If we land that shot, though, no hammer. Let's move in here. Winrick swings and misses wildly. Good man. And we'll switch to some of our melee equipment here. Step in. Oh, yeah. A hit there would have been just amazing. Killing him will prevent a lot more shenanigans in the near future. Yeah. Just step here for the surround. Making sure we can take him out before the hammer does any work. No reason to engage until we're ready. Zahiri does not have... Zahiri does not have a two-handed weapon. We're short on some stuff. We'll just shoot in. If we hit anything, cool. Yeah. They're behaving exactly like I expected them to behave. Which is to hang back and protect the Necromancer. And that's going to give me all the time I want to set up on them. Unfortunately, they have a great little defensive pocket here. With these ruins. We have to go all the way around to get a better position on them. But with Gisbert here and Erhamian. Okay, down you go. I'll be able to stand here. And hit them from the other side of this fence. And if they never move... they will be in trouble while we continue to set up. I'm not going in. Not going in. Beautiful. And with no Necromancer, what you see is basically what you get. They have no reason not to engage now. That would have been a really good hit for us to get. We want him to step up. So we're going to shield wall there. We want him to step into a 3-man surround. I thought he would. But he's holding firm. Some good helmets for us to get from this fight. Worth noticing. Move in, move in. And he steps into the 3-man surround. But that hurt. Come on, Geldrick. Step here, land the shot. Oh, no. Zahiri, bro, what are you doing? What have you done to our boy? Yeah, this is not... that's not good. We missed an 80% chance. This is pretty bad now. What was looking perfectly fine turned into a wild catastrophe. Unbelievable. We missed so many attacks on this dude that would have prevented that. Let's see if he's down for good or if he comes back with yet another disability. Damn, and it's my own attack that did it. But I mean, that's why I was respecting those weapons so heavily. Oh, that sucks. That sucks so bad. In a way, it's kind of okay, because he was a brother that was heavily damaged. But I love brothers like that, and trying to see if I can keep them around to the end, until they can get really strong. And he's still alive! Just a missing ear. Once again, initiative, not a big deal at all. Wow. 2 more two-handed Saifs. I'm happy to get a good helmet here. Necromancer helmets, whatever. Lots of food, lots of stuff. And this is pretty cool too. Double mail we could put on one of our better pieces of armor to make it good for real. I worry about putting it here. I think it'll look cool, but it might block some of the look of it. But let's see. A little bit, but I think it looks cool. And just like that, you know, he's up to 220 armor. It covers up the little what'd you call that? It's like a little armpit shield. I know they do that. They used to do that like for jousting, maybe? I'm trying to remember what the purpose was of covering those. There's a name for them. They're like circular pieces of metal that like cover like the armpit area. But I don't remember specifically what the name of that is. We should use these. These are powerful weapons in certain brothers' hands. Like for instance, Mudun could really rock this if he wanted to. Stats being high enough. Happy to see our Hammy in here has leveled. He's also going to benefit heavily from Battleforge, so let's get that for him. I'll take the 3 in melee skill. We want that. Let's take the 4 in fatigue. We want that as well. And some okay rolls here. He does need more resolve in order to be a more effective rallier of men. But I'm going to take this 4 in range defense. He's gonna get up to 10 and then we're not going to pump that anymore. Do something like this. And maybe we sell the other one. Someone should use this arming sword though. One second, guys. I'll be right back. Kids. Okay, they were just having fun. Sometimes when you're a dad, the sound of kids sounding like they're in horrible pain versus they're having a whole lot of fun sounds like the exact same thing. And it's hard to know. So always better to get off your butt and check. For sure. Alright, and we have this helmet we want to switch onto someone too. It's a 125. This is a 140. That's much better. What is this? That's a 110. You should probably have that. I think that's fine. Someone should also carry the, you know what? Theodobal. Someone please let me change his name. Give me something to change his name. You'll carry on. You are the apprentice. The weasel. The sure-footed. You'll carry the shield with great honor. Everything else here we sell. And we also want to repair this to sell. But let's head back. That was a pretty lucrative little fight for us. And what the hell on Galdric here? Just going to be the most grizzled veteran I've ever had at some point. I think there's an achievement in the game, maybe for having 4 permanent injuries. Feel free to look that up on Steam. Alright, what are the prices like here? The prices are fine to sell. So sell we shall. I don't need to keep junk. Keep a little bit of extra stuff. This is probably fine to sell as is. Unfortunately, the prices are not as good to buy. We've got enough food thanks to that fight. Tools we are in a deficit on. We're also cutting it kind of close on ammo, so we're going to buy some more. This company is going to be pretty ammo hungry, apparently. It was the exact opposite of what I wanted to build. I wanted to build a company that never used range, and instead I got a company that only uses range. The best laid plans of mice and men and all that. No use for the taxidermist. No. Wow, look at all the hashashins. Very expensive. He comes with a caudal dagger. Oh, two of them come with a caudal dagger. Man, I wish mine would have come with a caudal dagger. I think he's on the anatomist let's play, though. But I think that's it for this part. We're kind of good for this half. Let's go ahead and save the game. I know maybe it feels like we didn't do a ton, but we got plenty of levels and some good loot. You know what we could do real quick? Let's travel. Let's go find the other southern city-state, and I think it's just along this road somewhere. And if it's close, what we may end up finding is a really good spot to bounce back and forth between Al-Hazred and the name, whatever the name is of the other place. But here we go. We've got troubles, huh? You go out for a piss and find yourself midstream when the din of combat erupts behind you. Pinching it off, you fix your drawers and head back for the encampment. There you find the whole company engaged in battle, not with any particular foe, but with itself. Sellswords are clambering over equipment, and the campfire and each other to swing fists and spin elbows and wrestle one another around and tackle each other to the ground. Anyone who falls gets their ass kicked, literally, until someone else comes along to distract the ones doing the kicking. Then the one who had fallen jumps to their feet and throws themselves back into the fray. The old fracas eases as the men slowly realize you're there, and they shape up and line up as though a swift reorganization would be a suitable resolution for their churlish behavior. Shaking your head, you ask what sparked it. The men shrug. Not a one can remember. You do a roll call to make sure nobody's dead. You then tell them all to shake hands, keeping an eye on them as they do so. No bad blood to sniff out. Seems like this was just a bit of a fun tussle and wrestle, that's all. Some of us are in good spirits, but others are a little bit injured. There's a Russian holiday called Maslenitsa. It's like Pancake Day. And I was watching videos on it a while back because I was kind of studying it for stuff I'm doing in school. And there's like a huge brawl that's like traditional. All the men line up on two sides and then they just beat the crap out of each other. And I was like, yep, that's a pretty cool tradition. I'm in on that. This is a deceptively tough fight considering our brothers are now quite injured. And Galdric here, man, he may just have to sit out of this fight, period. His armor and his health are in bad shape. How's everyone else? Can we take this fight? Alright, the answer seems to be a resounding yes, we can. We can switch out the helmets here. And that'll do. That'll do. We can take this fight in the next episode, or I might do it off camera. I don't know. The Archer's a cool character. They usually have pretty good bows. Not that we exactly need them right now, but I think we would take a bow for Gisbert. But yeah, let's save the game and let's jump over to our... Let's see, we'll save here. We'll jump over to our Anatomist run. The Dark Brigade. Okay, where the heck were we? We're here at Harlingen. And we're sick still from taking the potion with bonus experience gain on our assassin character. I went ahead and changed the name to Rashid Saud. Thank you very much for your name suggested. He claimed the assassin character, and what a great character you have claimed. He's gonna be sick, and he's gonna level up super fast, especially once he gets that plus student. He's just gonna catch up with all of our bros right away. And then who else did I name? I named someone else. Oh, I gave Wilhelm in the comment section. You didn't ask for a name, I don't think, Wilhelm, but I had a character and I was like, man, I have killer on the run here. Who's got like a cool, like, I don't know. Wilhelm sounds like a killer on the run. Wilhelm throat slash. So hopefully you don't slit any of our throats, Wilhelm, and congratulations on your brother. And then we also had another name suggestion. Someone in the comments was like, hey, I'll take Willebold. I'm also bald. So Willebold the Bald. He was the mortician. But now Willebold the Bald. I love it. Unfortunately, the man's got like a 1945 German's haircut. So we're gonna have to do something about that. And we will. We'll shave it off. You can't be Willebold the Bald and have hair. So at Harlingen, we have nothing. There's nothing for us. We got no cash. The prices here to sell are mediocre. Could get rid of some junk. We've got some, mildly valuable stuff in our inventory. Not terrible. We're going to eat through almost all of these tools. Our food situation is bleak. Let's get up to 5 days. Maybe sell a little bit of this stuff. We're rocking 3 days, huh? That doesn't feel so hot. I'll sell one of these axes. That gets me up to 4. I'm a little more comfortable with that. Make sure our gear is nice and tight. Everyone's got the gear they should have. We got lots of spears and bonkers. Okay. So here are kind of our options for our anatomist run, I think, right now. Is we go here to Newick, and we hope they have a contract for us. Or we go back south, which is where we just kind of came from, and do that whole circuit over again. I'm interested in going to Newick, though. Have we been here before? Yes, we have. Wolfenfest. And we'll just have to wait and see what kind of contracts they have. We have lots of repairing to do, so this little bit of travel is timely. Alright, whoa. Carl the steward's turning an apple in hand. He seems frustrated with it, almost as if he wishes it were something else, like a valuable trinket, or perhaps a tastier fruit. Have you ever lost something you loved? You shrug and answer, there was this girl. The man shakes his head. No, not some woman, more important. Because I have. Thieves stole my tome of arcane knowledge. How they managed to get beyond my guard. Wait, how they managed to get beyond my guards is well beyond me. Okay, a little bit of bad English in this one. But let's go. What's it worth to you? I accept your offer. Follow the tracks. And we'll get that. Okay, and they're going south. I'm kind of happy they're going south because I wanted to explore more into the fog of war and see if there's a way for us to quickly get from here to Wolfenfest. Maybe not now, but in the future. Wolfenfest is a massive stone citadel, so we're not going to be going there for contracts. Alright, and the game is leading me all the way on the wildest of goose chases, but there's 2 sets of footprints here, so we may be able to take more than one battle. And it's all raiders. How are we doing? Everyone's feeling good. A little bit of pain on Lucian here in the front. Little bit of pain on Aracel here. Sickness on Rashid. Okay. Just got to know what we're in for here. Yeah, brigands. Let's go. Bring me a sick weapon. Okay. Some very interesting terrain here that I think we could make very good use of, should we so desire. It just depends on how much they step in. We've got the ranged advantage, though barely. We have 1 gun. Let's see what they do. Yeah, we only have basically one brother who is faster than them. So this kind of informs what we do here. I'm tempted just to stay here. If they want to chill right there, I'm happy with it. What they're not going to do is come up here and engage me there. That pick's a nice weapon too. I'd happily take that. I can just send like Bluebell over here with a spear wall and try to keep this brigand down. Maybe him and Rashid and everyone else just focus here. If Aracel was in better shape and a little bit stronger, I'd put him up on the dry step. Oh, wait. Okay. The pike's gotta go. The pike's the most dangerous thing. The pike's the thing wherein we'll catch the conscience of the king. Little Hamlet reference. And someone, I think, in the comment section said they don't like to use guns. That right there is why we use guns. When your gun user has really high melee skill, also starts to apply things like Overwhelm, which lowers their chances to hit. I think there's other things. I'm trying to think of what else we could do. There's a lot of other synergies with it. And once you have that, you understand like just how crazy good the gun is to put all those debuffs and things on the enemy. And, you know, you hit often. You hit a lot. Let's go here and help. Guy will probably just step in here, but... Alright, not really getting lucky here. Getting a little concerned, especially for Lucian. I should have stepped here. That was the play. Stepping here was the play. And we still take the damage. Ugh, even with the shield wall, they got me. There's a world here where we wrap around and go up this high ground. Alright, our boy's in trouble. And it doesn't look like there's literally anything I can do to get him out of it. Especially not if we miss everything. He has quick hands, so the spear can come out. Can push here and try to jump out. This is so dangerous, but it's his only chance. Okay. He got a hit in the head, but it could have been worse. Switch here. And we're just kind of whiffing everything. This could be a fight we take again. There really isn't any reason why we should lose any bros here. It's not like they're harmless or anything, but they're also... Them being able to single out one guy like Willowbold was pretty much my fault. And they're almost certainly going to kill him now. I can push this guy out of the way. But he's just going to step back in. Yeah. Let's try this fight again. The game gave us some interesting terrain and I didn't take it. Because I thought I could do the work without it. But we have bros who are not fully healed. Armor's not fully repaired. And they have dangerous weapons. So this time we're not really getting the terrain. Thinking what we could do differently. If they're coming to overload the southern flank, this time we don't really have anyone coming up here. So Bluebell and Rashid can come down here to reinforce. What we could do is just fall back. We're going to wait and see how our guns shape out. You... That's fine. Step in here. Yeah, no real good shots. I just don't want to get hit by this pike. Nice stun. Step in there. Those are really high chances to hit, which is why I took them. You know, let's just make a wall here. Give them lots of options. We'll step in here with Bluebell. It's minorly dangerous. Man, I hate it when my bros just get like that little bit surrounded. Okay, having this guy on the high ground sucks too. And the pike guy, because we missed so much, is going to get a chance to do something. And he never should have. Like, that attack never should have happened. Alright, game. Let's chill out a little bit with the bad RNG. This is a little rough. We need some brothers to move. That's probably not going to hit. So we'll just go for that. And I'm going to step out of the way here. We're going to shield wall and push. Killing that guy is a big deal. Could also rally. That was nice. I wish we wouldn't have hit him in the head, though. Excellent. And that little bit of braking is pretty clutch. Go for the 60%er. Okay. Now we can step in here, and we have a 3-man shot. If we hit... Wow. Good luck. The problem is Rashid is still here. His armor is intact, but this is an armor-piercing weapon. I can't remember. I think it's an armor-piercing weapon and not an armor-damaging weapon. But if we can just knock him off, then he's perfectly safe now. Step in here, get close. Nice. The double bleed from a Cleaver Master is beautiful. Erling has a pike. Switch him out. He just doesn't have quick hands yet, which is a shame. Let's see what you do with that. Yeah, that's perfect. And the whiff there was excellent. Lucian, let's get our bonkers out. That's not a euphemism. Back up with Rashid here. JTZ also always be bonking. And as the surround gets bigger, our chance to hit gets better. I'm going to stay here, even though I could get a better surround with either or. He also has the option right now to hit either or. Same with Erling. Yeah, let's not even let that dude get a chance to hit us. Gonna go for the stun, didn't get it, but I'm gonna step in here for the surround. And boom. Is he fleeing? He is. Perfect. Okay. And just minor kind of adjustments in strategy. No terrain to take advantage of this time. Run him down. No levels either. That hurts. Happy to see another pike, and we did get the military pick. 200% effectiveness against armor. That's what I was looking for. And some helmets. And hand axes, which are good for selling. That's a valuable little haul for us from some raiders. Who's going to use that? Well, someone. Man, you really have no range skill at all, huh? So in terms of helmets in the front line, this is, I think, our best helmet now. Crazy enough. You can wear that, good sir. You don't need full vision for handguns. You can wear the heavy stuff. These helmets suck. Hook you up there. You know what? No, this helmet's too iconic to our boy currently. Lucian, let's let him keep that one for now. And I'm gonna give the better helmet. These are minor adjustments, but to our two-hander who doesn't have the defenses always to protect himself. And the patched mail shirt will go to someone in the front lines as well. And there we go. Minor upgrades all around. Very good. And this pike is going to be used. Checking to see what kind of hybrid characters we have. Shay Teasy could be an excellent like handgun type bro as well. Willowbolt also. I mean, 58 range skill. What are you at? 66? 45? Yeah. This is kind of interesting. It's not great yet. We might switch it over. I think we just need to accept the fact that we have no one as of right this second to use those weapons. And I'm going to follow this. Oh, okay. Just to see what it was, but I'm glad we came up on the mountain and we discovered that. Traveler's Rest, a location we can come and take on at some point. But let's go get our money. We need more tools, we need more food, we need a little bit more everything. See if we can resupply at Newick. Maybe they even have another contract for us. That would be grand. And they do. They have disappearing villagers. That's a problem. And no more tools for us. And no good prices either. So we're going to hold and hodl on everything we have. Let's see what you've got for us. Grave diggers. Alright. Should be easy money. Hunt down what terrorizes them. Either Nexurs or could be dire wolves. Could be men dressed as dire wolves. There's lots of fun events around this. And it's Nexurs. Let's pull them back. Pull them back. Pull them back. Okay. We've repaired as much as we can repair. We're still a little sick here. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, hand axes are good versus them. So are the bonkers that we have. I think we just fight them. It sucks to fight them at night because we lose a tiny bit of effectiveness on our handgun. Range takes a hit at night, but it's not a big deal. It's like an accuracy. Yeah, see, range skill and range defense go down at nighttime. Did that shadow just move? The dim moon light makes it hard to see more than a few feet in front, reducing the view range and making the use of ranged weapons a bad proposition for anyone not able to see in the dark. Okay, so it looks like they might be overloading the bottom. So let's go down here. Spear wall. Go here, spear wall. Stay there. Yeah, this mostly sucks for our throwing weapons. Shoot. Can't even hit him. I'll take some 29s. He's going to jump in and eat someone. I wish I had my spear walls more spread out, but this is kind of a little mistake here, just having my two spear users right next to each other. You want to confuse the AI. You want to have like every other bro using a spear. That basically, because of the zone of control is multiple squares and, well, hexagons in front of them. This is very scary. That makes it a little scarier. Stun there would be greatly appreciated. We did not get it, however, but we might get it with Lucian. Big time shots. And we're going to step in there, try to step on the corpse. Here, we get that kill, and we're going to have to step in. Let's try to go for another stun. We didn't get it. Just step in there and go for that. Happy to see the break. Shay Teasy, what happened to your weapon, homie? Must have accidentally took his weapon off. We can still be very useful even with just a dagger, but that's clearly not good. We don't want that. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to step in completely and stop it. And we didn't land any of our potential stuns here. I think we took 3 shots at it. So someone's getting eaten. Hopefully Alexander can stay safe. Once we get Battle Forged on our bros, these fights become much more trivial. That's really bad, but And there goes one of our opportunities to stun here. I'm still going to take this shot even though Rashid might get hit. And right now, I just want to get rid of some of these dudes on the board. These misses are flipping killing me, man. Alright, we finally land a stun. Shay can take that kill. Lock those dudes down there. And I'm going to step in here, too, with Erling. Better surround. This is real bad. They've got a triple surround on him. And two of these things are tier 2 Naxurs. So him fading that many attacks was excellent. And very unexpected. Us missing those attacks was also quite bad. But because he's stunned, he has no zone of control. We can step in and really help. We got to come here and help. This thing's got to go. Excellent. Bleed. We don't have the fatigue necessary to try to stun this dude anymore. So Aerosol has to survive one more time. Kind of the gist of it. And I think he can. Yeah. And he did. 52%. That's all it took, baby. Alright, let's get the surround there. Let's freak this thing out with some good hits. And not quite. He's bleeding, but he's not going to die. This is not great. Up to Shay Teasy to Sleazy to pull it out. And he did. And for our trouble, a bunch of junk. That if we had the cash to spend at Taxidermist, we could turn in the necklaces for additional resolve. We could do other things with it as well. But thankfully, we're right near town. And what we can do is go into the harbor and travel to Krakenland. Let's pause real quick. Have we been to Krakenland? We have. Do we want to go back to Krakenland? This is not Krakenland. Aschenhausen and Eisenstein are decent places for us to bounce back and forth between to do contracts. But Tonweir, I think, is where my heart is. And I think we go back to Harlingen. And we're nearing the end of today's episode also. But let's take this time to kind of heal up. Travel. We need tools. I was going to say there might be a contract here for us, but there wasn't. We have to buy that. We've got no choice. We'll buy a little bread. The prices here to sell are not great. But we can usually count on the south to have that covered for us. So let's go back down to Tonweir. See what they have. If they have something for us, great. If they don't, we'll move over to Al-Hazif. I'd like to be closest to wherever has the arena for additional cash. And 4 Nomad Outlaws here is a fight that I would probably just take off camera. It's a little fight. Let's grab Student here. Okay, we'll buff the fatigue. And we'll buff these. And then we'll hope to get better rolls there. But guys, yeah, I'll take this fight off camera. And when we come back next time, they'll be in Tanweir. And we'll see what's up. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. I really appreciate all the views, the comments. Some of you have written some stories already, little mini stories in the comments that have been awesome. Super appreciate y'all. I'm trying to think of what else. The analytics on this series have just been crazy. Someone mentioned that they've been getting a lot of ads on these videos, and I do apologize about that. I have ads set to a certain threshold, and it's probably a little more than average, but I don't have it maxed out. But the thing is, I think what happens is, because I go on some devices sometimes and watch videos from other devices that aren't logged into my YouTube account to see how the videos play, to make sure that they're processing well, stuff like that. And I get ads maybe like 50% of the time. Other times I don't even see any ads at all. Sometimes I see what you guys see, which is like the annoying banner at the bottom. It has like an ad break every couple minutes. And it's the same thing with dudes that I watch on YouTube too. I don't know how much control we really have over that, other than we could either set it to not allow ads at all, in which case I don't make any money at all on these videos, which I also barely make any money as it is anyway. But I think because this series has turned out to be quite popular, especially compared to other series on my channel, I think YouTube might like have some, you know, they got a robot watching this stuff, and it's like, holy crap, he's getting some views. We can monetize this, throw all the ads on it, and I think that's just what's happening. So, and maybe as the video gets older, you don't see ads on it as much. Maybe when it's very new, you get more ads. But I do apologize for that. I don't have that much control over it. But I will say this, for those of you who are always curious about like YouTube analytics and stuff, I know there's always tons of people out there who are curious, and I was too before I made my own channel. I barely recently, after doing this for years, I just hit 1,000 subscribers not that long ago. And if you don't know, 1,000 subscribers is a major threshold on YouTube. It's when you can finally start making money off of your channel. So I did this, you know, not only did I do this for free, I also bought myself a good computer. I buy games that I don't even necessarily really feel like playing, all in the hopes of trying to get to that 1,000 mark, and I finally did. And now I do get paid a little bit for YouTube, but it's not much. But this month is looking to be the best, because of Battle Brothers, is looking to be the best month I've ever had on YouTube. Like real money. I'm not talking like $5 for a month worth of making an hour-long video a day, which, you know, whatever my time's worth is definitely more than that. But I'm actually seeing real money. So, awesome. I can't do anything but thank you guys. And the more likes and subscribes and comments and all that stuff y'all do, the more the algorithm shows me to other people. I've got tons of other series of other very popular games that I hope you guys go and check out. But I don't even know what it would feel like to make, I don't know, call it like $100 a month off of YouTube videos. I have no idea what that feels like. And I'm stoked about it. That basically covers my cost of like games, plus I didn't even mention like the electricity that my big rig takes to like run and upload and process all these videos. So I might even like break even for once, basically, on YouTube videos, which is the dream. So that, without any further ado, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.